What happens when a titan of industry trades his corner office for a temp's desk, only to stumble upon a truth that could unravel his empire's soul? When a single cry in the dark reveals a failure he never saw coming. The Horizon Innovations. Customer Service Center stood quiet under a pre-dawn Chicago sky, its glass facade glinting faintly, a monument to ambition and progress. Inside, rows of cubicles waited, their screens dark, but outside, in the far corner of the parking lot, a secret stirred, one that would shake Nathan Cole to his core. Nathan sat in a rented Chevy Cruze, its upholstery frayed, its dashboard dusted. With time, gone were his bespoke suits, replaced by faded jeans, a navy hoodie, and a day's stubble softening his sharp jaw. At 45, he'd built Horizon from a startup to a tech giant. Its mission, lifting dreams, transforming lives, etched in his father Henry Cole's vision. But growth had bred distance, and recent whispers of low morale forced overtime. And neglected frontline workers gnawed at Nathan. His annual undercover stints, posing as a new hire, were his pulse check, a way to feel the company's heart. Today, as Ben Carter, a temp with a knack for customer service, he tested its rhythm. He stepped out, the October chill biting through his hoodie, his sneakers soft on the asphalt. The lot was nearly empty, save for a few overnight shift cars, and a silver Toyota Corolla tucked behind a recycling bin, its windows fogged. Nathan might have ignored it, but a soft cry of babies froze him. Through the misted glass, he saw movement. A young woman, rocking an infant, her silhouette weary but tender. His instinct was to call security, but something held him her. Face, faintly visible, was familiar. Lila Harper. Nathan had studied her file. Customer service rep, 8 months in. Stellar metrics, single mother. The realization hit like ice. She wasn't parked here early. She was living here, with her child. The Toyota's light flickered, revealing a makeshift nursery diaper bag, portable warmer, a tiny blanket. Lila's movements were practiced, a routine carved by necessity. Nathan's chest tightened, Henry's voice echoing, a company's only as strong as the people you lift. Horizon's daycare, its benefits, Nathan had championed them. Yet Lila was here, invisible, and he'd failed her. She emerged, Sophie cradled in a car seat, her briefcase swung over her shoulder, her stride brisk toward the employee entrance. Nathan followed at a distance, his disguise a shield, his mind racing. The lot's shadows hid more than cars' disgruntled voices, hurried whispers, a culture he'd let slip. Lila wasn't just a problem to solve. She was a mirror, and Nathan wasn't ready to look away. The Horizon Innovation Service Center buzzed as dawn broke, its fluorescent hum a stark contrast to the lot's silence. Nathan Cole, as Ben Carter, slipped into the training room, his hoodie blending with the new hires, his eyes tracking Lila. Harper. She sat at her station, her uniform crisp despite faint creases, her smile warm as she helped a colleague with the system. Sophie was safe in the company daycare, a benefit Nathan had fought for, but the image of Lila's Toyota her home burned in his mind. Horizon's mission was lifting dreams. Yet Lila's reality was a waking nightmare. Nathan took the desk beside her, playing the eager temp. Lila's metrics were gold. Top customer satisfaction, 0 missed shifts, extra hours snatched up. But her eyes, though bright, carried shadows, and her lunch breaks were spent studying coding manuals, not eating. "You're quick with this software," Nathan said, Ben's tone casual. "Got a trick?" Lila grinned, modest. "Just practice. Helps to stay sharp. Sophie's counting on me." Her words stung. Henry Cole's legacy, see the person, not the role clashing with Nathan's failure. He'd built daycare, flex hours, but missed Lila's struggle. The room's chatter faded as Derek Lang, the floor manager, stormed in, barking at a late hire. "Overtime's not optional. You want to keep this job. You show up." Nathan's jaw tightened. Derek's pressure wasn't in Horizon's handbook, but it explained the whispers of discontent. Lila stayed calm, guiding a trainee through a call script, her positivity unshaken. When a customer's tirade left another rep in tears, Lila stepped in, de-escalating with a voice steady as steel. Nathan watched, awed she wasn't just surviving. She was shining, a diamond in the rough Horizon had overlooked. Over coffee. He probed gently. You like it here? Seems intense. Lila paused, her cup trembling slightly. Horizon gave me a shot no degree, single mom. Most places wouldn't. I want to move up, maybe tech support, but it's tough with Sophie. Her dream, her grit, echoed Henry's belief. Give people a chance. They'll surprise you. Nathan's guilt deepened, but so did his curiosity. Lila's loyalty was clear, but was it blind? Was she enduring for Sophie or believing in Horizon? Derek's shadow loomed, his overtime demands a symptom of a deeper rot. Nathan needed to know more not just about Lila, but about the culture he'd let fester. The lot's chill lingered, Lila's Toyota a call to act, and Nathan's disguise felt tighter, a mask he'd soon shed. The Horizon Innovations lot was a ghost town at 9 p.m., its neon sign dim, the city's hum distant. Nathan Cole lingered in his Chevy Cruze, his Ben Carter hoodie swapped for a dark jacket, his phone glowing with Lila Harper's file. Her performance was flawless 95% complaint resolution, mentoring new hires, coding courses on library WI-Fi, but her life in the Toyota with Sophie was a failure Nathan owned. He'd watched her routine. Early arrivals, daycare drop-offs, late shifts then. Back to the car, transforming it into a home with sunshades and a battery-powered fan. Tonight, he stayed, needing to understand her resilience, her loyalty, before acting. A flicker caught his eye. Lila's Toyota, its light on, Sophie's soft coos mixing with Lila's lullaby. Nathan's chest ached, Henry's voice sharp. Don't just fix systems, you fix lives. But movement near the recycling bin snapped him alert. A man, hooded, approached Lila's car, his steps deliberate. Nathan's pulse spiked. This wasn't a coworker or security. The man knocked on the window, voice low but audible. Lila Harper? Got a minute? Heard you're looking for better work. Lila's silhouette tensed, Sophie stirring. Who are? You? She asked, voice steady but edged. I'm not looking. Words out, the man pressed, leaning closer. Rough spot living here. I know people who'd pay for what you know about Horizon systems. Nathan's blood ran cold corporate espionage, targeting Lila's vulnerability. He slipped out, moving quietly, Ben's persona guiding him. Hey, buddy, he called, casual but firm, stepping into the light. Lost. Office is closed. The man froze, then backed off, muttering, wrong car, before vanishing into the dark. Lila cracked her window, eyes wide. Ben? You okay? Yeah, Nathan said, heart racing. Saw him lurking, didn't look right. You good? Lila nodded, clutching Sophie. Thanks. He knew I live here. I don't know how. Nathan's mind raced. Someone was watching Lila, exploiting her hardship. Derek Lang's harsh management, the whispers of discontent, now this. Horizon wasn't just failing Lila. It was a target. Its culture fraying. You don't have to. Stay here, he said, Ben's tone gentle. Horizon's got resources, right? Lila's smile was tired but firm. They gave me a chance when no one else would. I'll figure it out for Sophie. Her words hit hard, a mirror to Nathan's mission. He returned to his car, the lot's shadows heavier. Layla's loyalty wasn't just survival. It was belief in Horizon, in herself. But belief alone couldn't shield her from threats or cold. Nights. Nathan dialed Claire Donovan, his voice low. Claire, it's Nathan. I need to test something big. to see if Lila Harper's as loyal as she seems. And check into Derek Lang's overtime push. Something's off. Claire's reply was crisp. On it. What kind of test? Make it real, Nathan said. Eyes on Lila's Toyota. A job offer, one she can't refuse unless she's true to Horizon. As he hung up, the city's lights blurred. Lila's lullaby faint. Nathan's disguise was a tool, but the truth was a blade, and he'd wield it to cut through Horizon's flaws for Lila, for Sophie, for the company Henry built. The Horizon Innovations Customer Service Center hummed under fluorescent lights, its cubicles a grid of focus and fatigue, but Nathan Cole felt a storm brewing beneath the surface. As bank Carter, he sat at his station, his hoodie blending with the new hires, his eyes tracking Lila Harper. She typed briskly, her smile steady despite the shadows under her eyes. Sophie safe in the company daycare. The memory of Lila's Toyota Corolla, her home, her refuge, gnawed at Nathan, as did the stranger's threat in the parking lot. Horizon's mission, lifting dreams, transforming lives, rang hollow when its star employee lived in such despair. Nathan's call to Claire Donovan had set a test in motion, one to probe Lila's loyalty, but the stakes felt heavier now. The lot's chill lingering in his bones. Lila's metrics glowed on Nathan's tablet. 95% complaint resolution. Top team morale booster. Coding courses squeezed into lunch breaks. Yet Derek Lang's voice cut through, barking at a rep for refusing. Unpaid overtime. Nathan's jaw tightened. Derek's pressure. The stranger's probing. Horizon was fraying, and Lila was its heart, beating strong but unseen. Nathan needed to know. Was her loyalty to Horizon genuine or a survival tactic born of fear? At noon, Claire Donovan, disguised as Ellen Vance from Nexus Tech, strode into the break room, her power suit a stark contrast to Lila's creased uniform, faint baby food stains betraying her morning rush. Lila, returning from feeding Sophie, froze as Claire intercepted her. Lila Harper? Claire's voice was warm but sharp, a recruiter's polish. I'm Ellen, Nexus Tech. Got a minute for an opportunity? Nathan watched from a corner, sipping coffee, his phone recording discreetly. Claire led Lila to a small conference room, her leather portfolio gleaming. Nexus has tracked your metrics, Claire said, sliding a contract across. Your customer service scores 40% above average impress us. We're offering $80,000. A year, full health coverage for your daughter, and 3 months paid rent in our corporate apartments. A signing bonus covers a new car. Lila's hands trembled. The number's a lifeline, Sophie, in a real bed, not a car seat. But her eyes narrowed as Claire leaned in, voice low. We know you're struggling, Lila, living in your car. Nexus sees your potential, but we need you now. Resign from Horizon today. Start tomorrow. Lila's breath caught, fear flickering. How do you know where I live? Claire's smile didn't waver. Talent like yours gets noticed. But this offer expires tonight. Nathan's pulse quickened, Henry Cole's voice in his ear. Test the heart, not the hardship. The mention of Lila's car was a calculated jab, meant to push her limits. Lila clutched the contract, her voice steady but strained. Horizon gave me a chance when no one else would. I'm grateful for your offer, but it doesn't feel right. Claire pressed, her tone velvet over steel. Don't let loyalty trap you, Lila. Think of Sophie. Lila's jaw tightened, Sophie's tiny fist in her mind. I am, she said, pushing the contract back. I'll find another way. Nathan exhaled, pride and guilt warring. Layla's refusal was a spark, but he needed certainty, her loyalty. Had to withstand more. Claire nodded, slipping a card into Lila's hand. Think it over. Call by midnight. As Lila left, her shoulders squared, Nathan knew the test wasn't over. The trap was set, but its jaws were sharper than he'd planned. The Horizon Innovations break room was a patchwork of vending machine hums and whispered complaints. But Lila Harper felt a new weight as she returned from the conference room. Nexus Tech's offer $80,000, a home, safety for Sophie burned. In her mind, its rejection a quiet victory, but a heavy burden. Nathan Cole, as Ben Cotter, watched her from his desk, his phone now off. Claire Donovan's report confirming Lila's initial refusal. Yet the stranger's threat in the lot, Derek. Lang's harsh demands and Nexus's knowledge of Lila's life hinted at a deeper rot. Nathan's test had to push further, but the cost was rising. By afternoon, the air shifted. Whispers spread, eyes darting to Lila. A coworker, Mia, usually friendly, avoided her, her voice sharp when Lila offered help. "Heard you're jumping ship," Mia muttered, turning away. Lila frowned, confused, but the chill grew as others sidestepped her, their glances cold. Nathan caught fragments. Nexus deal, betraying Horizon, leaking secrets. His stomach sank. The tests. Ripples were spreading, twisted into a rumor, and Lila was its target. At shift's end, Lila checked her email, her face paling. An anonymous message sent from a burner account. "Leave Horizon, or everyone knows you're homeless. Nexus pays better." Nathan, nearby, saw her hand shake. Sophie's safety now a pawn in the game he'd started. He approached, Ben's tone soft. "You okay, Lila? Folks seem off." Lila forced a smile, her voice low. "Just gossip. Someone thinks I'm selling out to Nexus. I'm not." Nathan's guilt flared. Henry's warning. "Don't break what you're trying to fix ringing." "You don't owe them an explanation," he said, probing. "But sticking with Horizon, it's tough. With Sophie." Lila's eyes met his fierce. "Horizon believed in me when I was nothing. I won't betray that, no matter what they say." Her words cut, her loyalty unshaken despite isolation. Marianne Wells, the daycare worker, approached, her warmth a lifeline. "Ignore them, Lila," she said, handing her a coffee. "I know you're true. Sophie's lucky to have you." Lila nodded, gratitude softening her strain. "Thanks, Marianne. I'm not running." Nathan watched. The rumor's source unclear. Derek? A Nexus plant? He texted Claire. "Trace that email." Tests gone sideways. Lila's resolve was iron, but the collateral damage was his fault. He needed to end this, but not yet. Her heart had one more hurdle, and Horizon's flaws needed exposing. The lot's shadows loomed, and Nathan's disguise felt like a cage, one he'd break soon for Lila's sake. Night cloaked the Horizon Innovations parking lot. The Toyota Corolla, a faint outline under streetlights. Sophie's soft breaths mingling with Lila Harper's typing. Nathan Cole, parked across the lot, watched from his Chevy Cruze, his Ben Carter hoodie swapped for a jacket, his mind racing. Lila's rejection of Nexus Tech's offer had been firm, but the rumor she's betraying Horizon had spread like wildfire, isolating her, threatening her fragile stability. The anonymous email, Nexus's knowledge of her car, Derek Lang's pressure, it pointed to a coordinated effort, and Nathan's test had unwittingly fueled it. Henry Cole's voice urged, "Fix it, but know the truth first." Inside the Toyota, Lila opened her laptop, the building's Wi-Fi a lifeline. She drafted an email to Ellen Vance, Claire Donovan, her fingers steady despite the day's wait. "Dear Ms. Vance, thank you for Nexus Tech's offer. After careful consideration, I must decline. Horizon Innovations gave me a chance when no one else would. I won't betray their trust, no matter the cost. Sincerely, Lila Harper." She hit send, her breath releasing, Sophie's blanket a quiet anchor. A storm rumbled outside, lightning flashing, but Lila's resolve was brighter. Nathan's phone buzzed. Claire's update. Email sent. She's solid. Rumor traced to Derek's team, likely Nexus link. Nathan's jaw clenched. Derek's role wasn't just bad management, it was sabotage. He'd planned a final test, a second Nexus push, but Lila's email stopped him. Her words, no matter the cost, were proof. Her loyalty not just to Horizon, but to her own integrity. The test was over, but the damage wasn't. Nathan needed to act, not as Ben, but as CEO, to right the wrongs piling up. The next morning, Lila faced the break room's chill. Co-workers' glances sharp, Mia whispering to others. Nathan, at his desk, saw her square her shoulders, her voice clear as she addressed the team. "I know what you've heard," she said, calm but firm. "I'm not leaving Horizon, and I'm not selling secrets. This is my home, and I'm staying." Marianne clapped, breaking the silence, and a few nodded, shame flickering. Mia hesitated, then approached. "I got it wrong, Lila. Sorry." Lila smiled, weary but kind. "It's okay. We're a team." Nathan watched, pride swelling. Lila's stand wasn't just defiance. It was leadership, the kind Horizon needed. He texted Claire. "Set the meeting. Executive Suite, noon. Time to end this." Derek's betrayal, the rumor's poison, Lila's struggle, they'd converged today, not in shadows, but in light. Nathan's disguise was a tool, but Lila's truth was a fire, and he'd fan it to burn Horizon clean for her, for Sophie, for Henry's dream. The Horizon Innovations Customer Service Center buzzed with mid-morning energy, its fluorescent lights casting a sterile glow over cubicles. But a seismic shift loomed in the executive suite 15 floors above. Nathan Cole, still cloaked as Ben Carter, stood in the break room, his hoodie a fading disguise, his heart pounding with purpose. Lila Harper's email to Nexus Tech, "I won't betray their trust, no matter the cost," had sealed her loyalty, her stand against rumors a beacon of integrity. Yet the cost was steep. Isolation from coworkers, a threatening email, and Derek Lang's shadow, now tied to Nexus's espionage. Nathan's test had exposed not just Lila's heart but Horizon's rot, and today he'd burn it clean. Lila sat at her desk, her uniform crisp despite the strain in her eyes, Sophie's daycare schedule taped to her monitor. An email pinned. "Urgent. Report to Executive Suite 1500, 12 p.m. HR." Her face paled, fear flickering. Had the rumors reached management? Was her car-bound life exposed? Nathan caught her glance, offering Ben's soft nod. "You got this." "Lila," he said, his voice steady, masking the storm inside. The elevator to the 15th floor was a glass capsule, Chicago's skyline sprawling below. But Lila's hands trembled, clutching her ID badge. The doors opened to a world of chrome and glass, a stark contrast to the basement's hum. Claire Donovan greeted her, no longer Ellen Vance of Nexus Tech, her Horizon badge gleaming. "Ms. Harper, this way," Claire said, her smile warm but cryptic. Lila entered a vast conference room, its table gleaming under city light. A man stood at its head-tailored suit, sharp jaw, but his eyes, kind and familiar, stopped her cold. "Ben?" she gasped, then froze as recognition hit. "You're Nathan Cole?" Nathan smiled, shedding Ben's shadow. "I'm sorry for the deception, Lila. Please, sit." Her legs gave way, shock rooting her to the chair. Claire stood by, files in hand, as Nathan leaned forward, voice earnest. "I've been undercover, testing Horizon's pulse. I saw you first. In the lot with Sophie, then here, shining despite everything. Your metrics, your positivity, your loyalty. They're what Horizon should be." Lila's breath hitched, the rumors, the email, Nexus's offer swirling. "The job offer, that was you?" Nathan nodded, guilt flashing. "A test, and you passed with more than loyalty. You showed integrity. When Nexus pushed, when rumors cut, you stood firm. I saw a leader, Lila, one we failed." He slid a folder across, Horizon's logo bold, "This isn't charity," he said, firm. "It's recognition. Director of Customer Experience Innovation, triple your salary. Full benefits, stock options. And a 2-bedroom suite at Horizon Towers. Move in today." Lila opened the folder, the numbers blurring through tears. $120,000. Health coverage for Sophie, a home. A handwritten note read, "For showing us Horizon's true values." "I don't know what to say," she whispered. "Say yes, Nathan," said, smiling, "and help me fix what's broken here." Lila's voice steadied, Sophie's face in her mind. "Thank you, Mr. Cole. I won't let you down." "Call me Nathan," he corrected, eyes twinkling. "And Lila, you never have." As Claire escorted her out, Nathan's gaze lingered, Henry Cole's voice clear. "Lift them, and they'll lift you." Lila's promotion was a start, but Derek's betrayal, the rumors, the culture, they demanded action. The suite's keys waited, but so did Horizon's soul, and Nathan would rebuild it, with Lila at his side. The Horizon Innovations executive suite hummed with urgency as Nathan Cole paced his office, the city skyline a backdrop to his resolve. Lila Harper's promotion was in motion movers hauling her sparse belongings from the Toyota Corolla to Horizon Towers, Sofa's new nursery prepped with a crib and stars and moons mobile. But Nathan's focus was on the rot exposed by his undercover stint, Derek Lang's forced overtime, Nexus Tech's espionage, the rumor that nearly broke. Lila, Henry Cole's mantra, "A company's only as strong as the people you lift," demanded more than one promotion. It demanded reform. Nathan summoned Derek to the suite, his voice cold over the intercom. Derek arrived, his swagger fading under Nathan's stare. "Explain the overtime logs," Nathan said, tossing a report across. "Unpaid hours, threats to fire non-compliers, and your team's link to Nexus rumors about Lila Harper." Derek paled, stammering. "It's competitive, sir. I was pushing performance. You pushed betrayal," Nathan cut in. "Emails traced to your account fed Nexus. You're fired. Effective now. Security's waiting." Derek's protests died as guards escorted him out, his badge confiscated. Nathan turned to Claire Donovan, files stacked on her desk. "Audit every manager's logs," he said. "No more Derek's. And roll out flex hours, mental health support. Horizon's people come first." Claire nodded, efficient. "Already drafting. Lila's team needs her input." Nathan smiled, pride flickering. Lila's new office, a glass-walled space on the 5th floor, was ready, her first task looming, shaping a culture that saw employees like her. Downstairs, the daycare buzzed. Marianne Wells, the caregiver who'd slipped Lila diapers, now managing an upgraded facility. Nathan called her up, voice warm. "Marianne, you're head of childcare operations. Double the budget. Hire who you need." Marianne's gasp carried gratitude. "For Lila, for all of them. Thank you, Mr. Cole." "Lila inspired it," Nathan said. "She's why we're changing." He drafted a company-wide memo. Horizon is recommitting to its people. New benefits, transparent leadership, zero tolerance for exploitation. Lila's story, anonymized, was its heart. A single mother, unseen, who'd shown Horizon's true north. Nathan hit send, the words a vow to Henry's legacy. Lila's promotion was a spark, but the fire, fairness, trust would burn through every floor, starting now. The Horizon Towers apartment gleamed under evening light, its floor-to-ceiling windows framing Chicago's skyline, a world away from Lila Harper's Toyota Corolla. Lila stood in the nursery, Sophie asleep in a crib, the stars and moons mobile, spinning softly. The master closet held tailored suits, her new role as Director of Customer Experience Innovation etched in a nameplate on her desk upstairs. Nathan Cole's words, "You showed us Horizon's values," echoed, but Lila's mind was on Sophie, on the nights they'd counted stars through fogged windows. She wasn't just saved. She was called to save others. At her first executive meeting, Lila sat beside Claire Donovan, her laptop open, ideas spilling. "Our training's too rigid," she said, voice steady. "Parents, night shifters, they need online modules, flexible hours. And customer service needs tech support integration to cut call times." Claire nodded, impressed. "You're thinking big. Nathan wants you to take on a new initiative." Nathan entered, sliding a proposal across. "Second chance," he said. "A program for employees in crisis housing, childcare, financial aid. You've lived it, Lila. Lead it." Lila's throat tightened, the lot's cold nights flashing. I'd be honored," she said, ideas surging. "Start with partnerships, shelters, banks, daycare expansions. And a hotline, anonymous. For those too scared to ask." Nathan's smile was proud. "Budget's approved. Build it." That afternoon, Lila met her first case. Tom, a single father, his apartment lost to medical debt, sleeping in a shelter. In her office, she shared her story, voice soft. "I lived in my car with my daughter. Horizon helped me. Let us help you." Tom's eyes welled, hope flickering. "I thought I was alone." "You're not," Lila said, handing him a second chance packet: rent aid, daycare slots, job training. "We're a team." Marianne, now childcare head, called, her voice bright. "Sophie's loving the new toys. And Tom's son, he's enrolled tomorrow." Lila smiled, Sophie's giggle in her mind. The program was a seed, but it was sprouting Tom, others, a ripple of change. Nathan watched from his office, Claire at his side. "She's not just fixing lives," he said. "She's fixing us." Claire nodded. Derek's audit's done too. More managers flagged, and Lila's team's ready. Nathan's gaze drifted to the lot, the Toyota's corner empty. Lila's rise was Horizon's mirror, reflecting what it could be. Second chance wasn't just aid, it was a vow to Henry, to every unseen worker. The work was young, but its roots were deep, and Lila would make them grow. The Horizon Innovations Customer Service Center shimmered under Chicago's spring sun, its glass facade a mirror of progress. No longer just a workplace, but a beacon of hope. 3 months after Lila Harper's promotion to Director of Customer Experience Innovation, the company was transforming. Her ideas: digital training modules for parents and night shift workers, integrated tech support for faster calls, had boosted morale and customer satisfaction. But Second Chance, her program for employees in crisis, was the heart of the change, a lifeline for dozens rebuilding their lives. Nathan Cole stood at his office window, gazing at the parking lot below. Once Lila's refuge in her Toyota Corolla, now marked for a future community hub. Henry Cole's mantra: lift them, and they'll lift you, breathed in every step Lila took. Lila's office buzzed, her desk piled with case files. Single mothers, veterans, workers crushed by debt, all finding stability through second chances. Housing aid, childcare, and financial counseling. She collaborated daily with Claire Donovan, her mentor, forging partnerships with local shelters and banks. Marianne Wells, now childcare director, had doubled daycare capacity. Her warmth, a haven for families like Sophie's, Lila's daughter, who now painted stars in a vibrant nursery. Lila's resolve, forged in cold lot nights, drove her to ensure no one felt unseen. Today, Lila met Elliot Vance, Horizon's legal counsel, a steady ally whose compassion matched his sharp mind. He joined to secure Second Chance's contracts, protecting families from eviction or fraud. "You're rewriting their stories, Lila," Elliot said, reviewing a lease for a struggling mother. "This family, 3 kids, no home gets a fresh start because of you." Lila smiled, Sophie's blanket in her mind. "They just need what I got a chance." Elliot's eyes softened. a spark beyond work. You're not just giving chances, you're building dreams. The programs. Ripple grew. A father promoted to team lead, a nurse back in school, their gratitude fueling Horizon's spirit. Marianne called, voice bright. Sophie's star painting's a hit, and our new families, they're settling in, thanks to you. Leela's heart swelled, but shadows loomed. Media lauded Second Chance Horizon's human revolution, but whispers of cost concerns reached her. Victor Klein, the CFO, watched her presentations with a cold stare, his silence ominous. Nathan, reviewing budgets, sensed trouble. Victor's profit-driven, he told Claire. He sees Second Chance as a drain. Watch him. Lila passed the lot. Its asphalt now staked for the Harper Center, a planned haven for employees. Second Chance was Horizon's pulse, but Victor's shadow felt like a storm, and Lila's fire, kindled in hardship, would need to burn brighter to weather it. 6 months into Second Chance, Horizon Innovations stood as a model of compassion, its service center a hub of collaboration, its daycare a sanctuary for families. Lila Harper strode the floor, greeting reps, her tailored suit a symbol of her. Rise, Sophie's star drawings brightening her office. The program had saved 52 employees' apartments leased, debts erased, careers reborn, its 93% retention rate stunning investors. Elliot Vance, now a close friend, worked beside her, his legal acumen shielding Second Chance from bureaucratic snags. But a storm brewed, not from Nexus Tech's faded threats, but from Horizon's own ranks. Victor Klein, the CFO, called a board meeting, his memo stark. Second Chance Fiscal Review. Lila entered the executive suite, Claire Donovan at her side. Nathan's gaze steady. Victor stood, his voice sharp. Second Chance is admirable, but it's cost us $2.3 million this quarter, with vague long-term gains. We're a tech firm, not a social service. I propose slashing its budget by half. Lila's heart raced, Sophie's laughter, Tom's relief flashing. It's not vague, she said, pushing a report forward. Participants save us $6 million in turnover costs. Promotions from the program drive revenue 65% are in leadership tracks. Second Chance is profit through people. Victor's lip curled. Sentiment doesn't sway shareholders. Costs do. Nathan intervened, voice calm but firm. Lila's data is solid, Victor. Our mission lifting dreams lives in this program. But, he turned to Lila, deliver a Q2 projection showing sustained ROI or we'll reconsider. Lila nodded, pressure mounting. Elliot squeezed her arm. Your numbers are bulletproof. We'll make it. Later, Victor cornered Lila, his tone icy. You're green, Miss Harper. Passion isn't strategy. This program's a risk we can't afford. Lila met his stare, a lot night stealing her. It's our strength, Mr. Klein. People build Horizon, not just profits. In her office, Lila and Elliot crunched data, Claire bringing troubling news. Victor's meeting Nexus contacts, she said. He's framing Second Chance as a liability to investors. Lila's jaw tightened, the lot stranger echoing. He's sabotaging us? Likely, Claire said. Nathan's auditing him, but you need to win the board, Lila. Lila gripped her laptop. Sophie's future, countless others, at stake. Then we'll fight with proof, she said. Elliot's not her anchor. Victor's challenge was fierce. But Lila's resolve, forged in the Toyota shadows, was fiercer, ready to defend Horizon's heart. 9 months after Lila Harper's promotion, Horizon Innovations hosted its inaugural Family Day, the parking lot a vibrant festival of music, food trucks, and children's laughter. The asphalt where Lila's Toyota once stood now bore a cornerstone. Harper Center for Employee Empowerment, a planned hub for housing, childcare, and career training, funded by Second Chance's success. Lila stood under a canopy, Sophie on her hip, her dress swaying. Elliot advanced beside her, their hands brushing, a quiet romance blooming. Nathan Cole watched, pride swelling. Henry Cole's legacy alive in the crowd, employees, families, community, leaders, all touched by Lila's vision. Lila took the podium, her voice clear. This center isn't just a building. It's a promise to every worker who feels invisible, who fights for their kids, their dreams. Second chance started with, "My chance, and now it's yours." Sophie giggled, waving a star painting as applause roared. Marianne Wells hugged Lila, whispering, "Sophie's stars are on the center's plaque." The unveiling read, "For Lila Harper, who showed us dreams are worth lifting." Lila's tears fell. The lot's cold nights, a faint memory. Nathan spoke, his voice warm. "Lila's not just our director, she's our guide. This center, this company, owes her its soul." Elliot knelt, a ring sparkling. "Lila Harper," he said, voice soft, "you've built homes for so many. Build one with me, marry me." Gasps turned to cheers, Lila's tears flowing as she nodded. "Yes," she said, Sophie clapping. The joy was electric, but Lila's mind lingered on Victor Klein. Absent, his nexus ties a growing threat. Nathan had set a Q2 deadline, and boardroom whispers hinted at dissent. After, Lila met a new second chance family, a mother, 2 children, fresh from a shelter. "You're not alone," Lila said, handing them apartment keys, her story shared quietly. The mother embraced her, hope kindled. Elliot joined, his legal work securing the center's permits. "Victor's pitching cuts to investors," he warned. "He's desperate." Lila's resolve hardened, the cornerstone her vow. "Let him try. This center, these people, they're our truth." Nathan approached, Sophie on his shoulders. "Your horizon's future, Lila," he said. "But Victor's not done. Fight smart." The lot glowed under string lights, families dancing, the Harper Center's promise soaring. Lila held Elliot's hand, Sophie's laughter ringing. Victor's shadow loomed, but Lila's fireborn in hardship, fueled by love, would light Horizon's path for all who needed a second chance. The Chicago skyline sparkled under a summer dawn, casting golden light over Horizon Innovation's customer service center, now a cornerstone of hope as much as technology. 5 years after Lila Harper's rise from a Toyota Corolla to director of customer experience innovation, the company was unrecognizable. The Harper Center for Employee Empowerment, built on the lot where Lila and Sophie once lived, stood as a beacon housing units, a 24-hour daycare, career training suites, all thriving under the Second Chance program. Nathan Cole stood at the center's entrance, watching employees stream in, their faces bright. Henry Cole's mantra, "Lift them, and they'll lift you," etched in the plaque above. For Lila Harper, who showed us dreams are worth lifting. Lila, now Vice President of Employee and Customer Experience, walked the center's halls, her tailored suit a symbol of her journey, Sophie's star drawings framed in her office. Second Chance had transformed 412 lives, single parents in apartments, veterans in leadership, families rebuilt its 94% retention rate, a boardroom triumph. Marianne Wells, childcare director, had expanded the daycare into a model for corporate America. Sophie, now 6, painting murals with other kids. Claire Donovan, Lila's mentor, coordinated national partnerships, while Elliot Vance, Lila's husband of 2 years, ensured legal protections for every participant. Today, Lila greeted a new family, a mother and son fresh from a shelter, there. Eyes wary but hopeful. "You're home now," Lila said, handing them keys, her voice soft. "I lived in my car with my daughter. Second Chance saved us. It'll save you." The mother's tears fell, her son hugging Lila. "Thank you," she whispered. Marianne approached, Sophie at her side. "Mama, I made a star for them," Sophie said, holding a painting. Lila knelt, kissing her forehead, her heart full. Nathan joined, his smile proud. "You've rebuilt Horizon, Lila," he said. "This center, these lives, it's your legacy." Lila's eyes misted, the lot's cold nights a distant echo. "It's ours," she said. "You believed in me." The annual shareholder meeting loomed, Nathan preparing to retire, his successor a whispered topic. Lila's impact, second chance, streamlined training, customer satisfaction up 40% made her a frontrunner. But Victor Klein's shadow lingered, his nexus ties a dormant threat. Nathan clapped her shoulder. "You're ready for more, Lila. Show them today." The center buzzed, families thriving, Sophie's laughter mingling with others. Lila's journey from a car's confines to a company's conscience was Horizon's mirror, reflecting a future built on trust, one she'd carry forward for Sophie, for Henry, for all who needed a chance. The Horizon Innovations boardroom gleamed, its glass walls framing a city alive with possibility. The tension crackled as the shareholder meeting began. Lila Harper stood at the podium, her slides detailing Second Chance's triumphs. 412 employees saved, $12 million in turnover savings, national acclaim. Shareholders nodded, but a storm broke when Victor Klein, now an external consultant after resigning, leaked doctored emails to a tech blog, claiming Lila had shared Horizon systems with Nexus Tech years ago. The smear hit social media, Nexus amplifying it. Horizon's VPA trader? Whispers of doubt rippled, investors shifting uneasily. Lila's heart pounded. Sophie's star paintings, Elliot's ring flashing. Nathan, at the table's head, signaled. Calm, but Lila felt the lot's chill. Victor's final strike, tied to Nexus's old espionage. Elliot, beside her, whispered, "We traced the emails, Victor's forgery. You've got this." Lila faced the room, her voice steady. 5 years ago, I lived in my car with my daughter, unseen by this company. Horizon gave me a chance, and I've given it my all. Second chance training reforms, your trust. These emails are lies, crafted by those who fear our mission, lifting dreams. I've never betrayed Horizon, and my work proves it. She clicked to a slide. Second Chance's metrics, testimonials, a video of families at the Harper Center. A father, once homeless, now a manager, said, "Lila gave me a future." The room softened, murmurs turning to nods. Elliot stood, presenting forensic data. These emails traced to Victor Klein, linked to Nexus Tech servers. He's been undermining Horizon since Second Chance began, fearing its cost to his profit-driven vision. Nathan rose, his voice commanding. Victor's gone. His lies end here. Lila's integrity is Horizon's strength. I'm retiring next year, and I nominate her as CEO. Gasps filled the room, Lila's breath catching. Shareholders clapped, the smear collapsing as Nexus's blog retracted under legal pressure. Victor's gambit failed, his Nexus allies exposed, their influence fading. Lila met Nathan's gaze, gratitude and resolve blending. "I'm honored," she said, "and I'll keep fighting for our people, our dreams." Elliot squeezed her hand, Claire and Marianne beaming from the sidelines. The boardroom's tension dissolved, Horizon's future. Lila's stand wasn't just a defense, it was a promise, one she'd uphold as leader for every family the Harper Center would lift. Dusk painted the Horizon Innovations lot in amber. The Harper Center glowing under string lights, its doors open to a new family, a mother, 2 children. Their suitcases light but hopes heavy. Lila Harper stood at the entrance, Sophie at her side, Elliot's arm around her, the plaque above shining. For Lila Harper, who showed us dreams are worth lifting. 5 years ago, Lila's Toyota sat here, a fragile home. Now, the center was a sanctuary, its impact national, its model adopted by tech giants. Nathan Cole, weeks from retirement, watched, pride in his eyes. Henry Cole's legacy complete. Lila knelt to the children, handing them star-shaped keychains. "This is your new start," she said, her voice warm. "You're not alone." The mother hugged her, tears falling. Second chances promise alive. Inside, Marianne ran the daycare, Claire planned expansions, and Elliot finalized grants. Sophie tugged Lila's hand. "Mama, tell the car story." Layla smiled. Their bedtime. Ritual a touchstone. "Once upon a time," she began, "a mama and her baby lived in a car. But they had a dream and a company that believed in them." Nathan approached, Sophie hugging him. "Your horizon's hard, Lila," he said. "Lead it well." Lila nodded. The CEO vote days away, her vision clear. More centers, broader aid. A company where no one slept in lots. She walked the center, its walls lined with stories. Tom, the father she'd helped, now a director. Families thriving, paying it forward. The lot shadows were gone, replaced by light, each life a star in her risen sky. Lila stood at her office window. Sophie's drawings beside Henry's photo, Elliot's ring glinting. A journey from hardship to leadership was a vow kept, for Sophie, for every unseen worker. The center hummed, a new family settling, and Lila knew. Her legacy wasn't just buildings or titles, it was hope, eternal, lifting dreams as Henry dreamed. Lila Harper's story is a radiant testament to humanity's resilience and compassion. A mother's struggle in a car, unseen by her company, was transformed by her integrity and Nathan Cole's vision, proving that trust, when honored, rebuilds lives. Lila's refusal to betray Horizon, despite desperation, and her rise to lead. Second chance showed that true strength lies in choosing right over easy, lifting others as you climb. Nathan's undercover mission, Elliot's support, Marianne's warmth, they remind us that empathy, paired with action, forges communities where no one is left behind. The lessons are profound. Integrity is a currency stronger than profit. Second, chances unlock potential. And leadership means seeing the unseen. Lila's Harper Center, built on her past, teaches us to value people over numbers, to build systems that heal, not harm. Her story challenges us to act with courage, to support those in shadows, to lead with heart. For more tales of grit, hope, and transformation, subscribe to Legacy Stories on YouTube. Join our community, hit that button, and discover stories that light the way to a better world, where dreams are lifted, one chance at a time.